Welcome back after now, and wow, that was a terrible way to start it. But anyway, we are back. We're with more VIII Lacrimosa of Dana. After the first episode, basically what happened is a nice, very cutscene heavy intro where our ship, the Lombardia, just sank when Adol was on his way to find new adventures. But now, looks like he's shipwrecked on an island. No signs of other people. There's a lot of people along the Lombardia. All you can hear is the gentle sound of crashing waves. So as of right now, we are stuck on this island. Looks like we'll get our sword back, though. Doesn't look like it's in good shape. Good shape. I will take the old sword. It looks like we already have some enemies that we're going to be facing along. Hopefully the old sword can handle it. So that right there, if you see, we got a new skill. I think I can equip it in battle. But basically what that means, I guess that it's going to wait to show me in a cutscene. I think it is going to wait to show me in a cutscene. So basically what that means is now, if you saw that the fighting seemed to be a little bland or seemed to be very one-dimensional, what you can do is you can actually use skills. This is where the fighting gets very, very interesting. So it's gonna show us a very easy way to do the first one. So you've been adrift so long that exhaustion is starting to set in. It's dangerous to stay here. Continue on ahead. So I'm not sure if you saw with all that imagery that happened in the very end of the last one, but that actually is a lot of foreshadowing for one. And the second part about it, yeah, huge tree blocks your path. I'm just going to put this on my map. So you need a certain amount of people to move this debris later on, which it'll unlock more different areas later on in the game. But it's just very important. It's very important to note that right now. As of right now, just going to do a little exploring over here. You can go in the water. You can't swim, but you can go in shallow enough water. So yeah, see if there's anything over here. Nothing over here. But this game is very good at giving you a sense of exploration. I remember I mentioned that in my video too. The feeling of exploring this game is just so dang good. And it's one of the things that hasn't been mimicked in a lot of games that I've played. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. With a lot of the important cutscenes and everything, I'm going to try to stay silent, maybe giving my 1 or 2 cents here and there. But for the most part, I am going to try to at least let the game speak for itself on certain aspects. Oh wow, that's bad already. So I'm already noticing that the damage output is a lot worse. I mean, a lot better than it is on medium, that's for sure. Because as of right now, I'm at 56%, 56 damage, 56 health, whatever you want to call it. But yeah. Now, we have an important cutscene. Well, never mind. This one is not that important. Adol found a clear stream of water and drink. I can't even talk right now. With each sip he took, Adol's exhaustion washed away. So this is what they're trying to mention right now. So when you see kind of this standing waters, you can recover HP. I didn't really use it that much in my first playthrough, but it is important to note because it can heal you, especially when if you don't have a lot of healing items with you. There are ways to get good ones, but we'll cover that in a little bit. Now we're going to move on ahead. Again, this game does have a lot to it, which is one of the reasons I like it a lot. And does pace it in a way where it feels very natural to learning all of the stuff that this game has to offer. So I really like that. Ooh, you're an enemy. Just gonna dodge that. Come at me. Ah, you waited too long for your attack. Now you can just spam that. In the early parts of this game, you can definitely get away with just locking onto an enemy and spamming, pressing the A button a lot. But later on, you will get very punished for doing so. Little spoiler, but you probably could have guessed that. Well, hello, friend. As of right now, again, these enemies should be pushovers, but they want you to get used to the battle system. Come on, you're supposed to aim it at me so I can get a cool flash guard. Those do become very, very important later on in the game, but as of right now, they're not that important. Game's just showing you, giving you a lot of easy enemies to fight. I think I'm timing it decently right too. I have to remember because I'm used to the newer enemies and the harder counter times. Also, you can jump up and get this. This is one of the ways that you can actually get if you get berries. Berries are one of the ways that you can restore some of your health. So that's very important to know. But as of right now, levels are very important, obviously, because it is an RPG. But I'm not going to be doing level grinding like right now. I'll probably do some level grinding off screen and whatnot. And I haven't decided yet if I'm going to be doing a lot of the quests. Obviously, there's quests. It's an RPG. But I haven't decided if I'm going to be doing those, like, a lot of them yet, or if I'm just going to be doing a little of them. It really depends on what you guys have for feedback. But this is an important part. Spoiler.
Who's there?
I'm sorry, but when I first saw that in the game, I was just like, you know this game is going to have a decent amount of humor like that, because, I mean, come on. You parry an attack just because you're out of self-defense, and then bam, you get blamed for that.
Disgusting, tactless, and so domineering, too.
Come on, it was an accident.
Just like him.
He's so embarrassed after that, too. Hey, lady, he didn't want to see it either. Jeez.
There. I suppose I kept you waiting long enough.
And now we meet Laxia.
We should introduce ourselves at least. My name is Laxia of House Roswell, a noble family of Garland.
I'm Nick, but that doesn't matter. You're trying to meet Adol.
I was traveling on sail, and I was cast adrift until I came ashore here. Now, who are you? Judging from your garb, you must have been a sailor aboard the Lombardia.
Guys, it's like we're meeting Sherlock Holmes. A temporary sailor lady.
Adol Kristen, you say you're a temporary sailor? Is this some sort of ill-conceived ruse? I narrowly escaped that disaster with my life. I don't care if that was your first day at sea. You need to tell me what exactly happened out there.
Adol told her the legend, explaining that any ship that approaches the island sinks. So it was Adol's fault all along. Oh no.
What was your name again? Adol, was it? Do you honestly believe I would fall for your tall tales?
Lady, I'm telling the truth.
What fool do you think me to be? Oh, wait a minute. Do my eyes deceive me? Why do you remind me of... Beasts? When did they... No need. I don't need to be protected by the likes of you.
Strong, independent woman don't need no man.
I, Laxia von Roswell, shall enter the fray.
Of course, leave it to like a cutscene just to have some announcement like that, like it makes a difference. But this is actually a very important part too. What they're talking about right here is damage types. Each enemy, I'm going to kind of summarize for this when I'm doing the fight itself. You can toggle between members if you want, but I really don't care about that. I'm going to switch to that. Basically what happens is that, as I was mentioning before, that break thing right there is very important. It's happening very fast, so you might not be able to notice that, and because Laxia wasn't doing very well at it. But basically what that means is that, which I might have to wait till the cutscene I have to explain, is that each enemy is weak to a certain type. So far we've seen 2 out of the 3 different types right there. Took you for an ordinary sailor, but your swordsmanship is rather impressive. Clearly it was no accident that you managed to parry my attack. You're not too shabby either. Your flattery won't work on me. Based on your current situation, this must be the territory of those beasts. Let's relocate somewhere safe, Mr. Kristen. seem rather calm about this. Ooh, there's a different dialogue chance. That's pretty good. The women of House of Roswell. The women of House Roswell are not so easily moved to panic. Let's get one thing straight. Given the circumstances, a temporary alliance seems to be our only rational course of action. But I don't trust you. Not one bit. Do we understand each other? Good. Then stop wasting time and get moving. Reluctantly joining the party. Jeez. But yeah, just mentioning the journal there. I'll talk about that later on. But what that's noting right there, I don't think I'm gonna be able to go this way yet. Yeah, I have to go back this way. So just take this time to explain really fast. You can switch between Laxia and Adol differently. So if you see the kind of red icon next to Adol's face and the green icon next to Laxia's face, basically they have two different weapon types, and you'll see there's one other one that's going to be introduced. And basically what that includes is each enemy most enemies are weak to one of those types of attacks. And once you break them, you can basically start unleashing a lot of damage where they basically lose almost all defense that they have. So it is very important to try to counter and switch to actually match the actual person themselves. I didn't use it that much, but then again, it was medium. I might need to use it at harder difficulties. But for example, like Laxia is good against a lot of flying enemies and can get a lot of damage on them. Adol's used to a lot of grounded enemies that don't have like shells or anything. We will see that there's going to be one other weapon type that's going to come along later on. So yeah. As of right now, we got Laxia to join the party. Reluctantly though, geez. This place seems a little odd. You can make it home. Let's search the area and see if anyone else is here. No problem, Laxia. Ah, you left the party already. Finally, I'm on my own. Freedom! I'm gonna go get this chest, though. Sounds like some something wash ashore. So we got some meat. Yeah, so driftage, that is actually very important to note as well. You'll be able to get certain items, and some of them can be healing, some of them can be other things. This over here is another way to save. So there's a couple ways to save. You can either use these stones, which are very important as well, or this giant crystal, or you can just go to the menu, toggle the menu, and save as well. The difference is that the crystal will actually heal you as well. Saving in the menu screen won't actually heal you. So that's what the difference is between the two. So like if you're in the middle of a dungeon, you can save and it'll remember where you are. Or if you just want to do the crystal and they'll save you as well, that could work too. There's naught but ocean as far as the eye can see. Where on earth are we? The Isle of Saren, I just said so, girl. Hopefully there's a settlement nearby. What a gorgeous view. There's no time to be taking in the scenery. Have you forgotten you're one of the sailors who's responsible for this debacle? Other crew members or passengers may have come ashore on this island. Come, let us look for them. She's so bossy. At least she's taking initiative, though. I've searched the area, but there doesn't appear to be anyone else here. I did notice, however, that this area is surrounded by all sides by rocky cliffs. Seems pretty secure. Indeed, this place is remarkably well fortified. Given the absence of beasts, this may prove to be a suitable location for our base camp. My word! Just now, I thought I saw somebody walking by over there. Lady, that's a hole in the cave. Let's find out who it is. Indeed, whether it's a castaway or a native, we may learn something either way. Let's pursue them at once. I bet you're getting in the cave. I bet he's hiding behind the corner just to scare us. Nah, there's too much light here. Alright, fine, I'll go deeper into the cave. What is this place? This cave runs deeper than I expected. Let's tread carefully. Yes, of course. She definitely is scared. But if I didn't say so before, I am playing this on the Nintendo Switch, in case you're curious. So that yellow damage right there, that's how you can tell what enemy is weak to. I mean, it'll show up over there too, but the yellow damage also shows that that you're doing damage weak to what the enemy has. So again, I'm doing some level grinding early. Well, I mean, I'm destroying the enemies just to show you guys the battle system itself. I will switch to Loxia every now and then to actually show you what it is. That blue gauge will be important later on too, which we will see. But we're just gonna explore this cave for now. This place. It looks like it's been lived in. Do you think somebody could still be living in here? I doubt it. I agree. This hovel seems too dilapidated? I don't know how to say that word. For anyone to be living here. I wonder how long it's been abandoned. Perhaps there's a clue here, waiting to be uncovered. Let's look around, Mr. Kristen. What if I don't want to look around? Heal potion, that's another way to regain health. And also, it's like Legends of Zelda, where you'll actually keep the bottle after you use it. So, bottles are actually very important in this game as well. Very important to keep up with it. Or to keep them up. So if you can find any potions you can, or a quest to get potions, it's very important to do, because it will help out later on in the game. I want another treasure chest. What do you have for me? Leather armor. I'll be using that. Just like every game, you can equip armor to actually increase your defense and everything. There's a lot of stuff in the equip menu. So, leather armor there. I messed it up. Leather armor on Loxia. There we go. Again, still giving us the basics of what the game is. We're still kind of in that tutorial time. Ooh, that's clever. That's a little bit of alliteration right there. Tutorial time. And also, if you see here too, I know you can break certain chests. Chests, wooden boxes, stuff like that. They're caked in dirt and grime. This place has been abandoned for a long time. Still, somebody must have lived here previously. Yes, we get it, Loxia. Nothing there is a likely clue. I am curious about something. I'm gonna check something very fast. Ooh, actually, I didn't equip or I don't need to equip it. But one thing that you can do right here. So in the Nintendo Switch version, it comes with all the DLC free, I believe. So all these different costumes that you can get, it kind of gives a spoiler to some other things later on, but it shows that you can. It just shows different things that you can put on there, and I'll actually show you guys what the I can't even talk right now. Again, I'll show you what all the DLC is. I'm just getting it right now, but what all of it is. It basically is more more cosmetic stuff. Cosmetic was the right word. So I'm just getting all of them right now, and I'll show you all the adjustments that you can do. So now that we have all those, if you go into the equip menu right here, and you go to the costume, we can either change Adol to the silver costume, the pirate Adol, or the tropical swimwear Adol. I think I'm going to go with the deserted pirate Adol first. But that's not the only thing you can do. You can also change what's on the arms, which I don't have anything yet, or you can also change the accessory. Sorry, the attachments. So you can do where you can do all this stuff. You can have a monocle on them if you really want to. Usually I just like doing the costumes themselves. And then Loxia, this is the deserted pirate Loxia. This is the tropic swimwear Loxia. This is the Eternian scholar Loxia. Which that costume will make sense later on. But as of right now, I do actually like the normal one that Loxia has to begin with. So yeah, again, there's a lot of stuff that you can do there, and I think I just found a better weapon. Let's find out if this is my better weapon. Yeah, so I did get a better weapon here. So you can't, I don't think you can really find better weapons, but you will be able to do certain things with your weapons later on. So for those of you people who want me to try out the other costumes, I'll be switching out throughout the actual playthrough, so I can show different ones, but yeah. So basically what it's saying right here, I know I'm skipping through some of it because it's been very text heavy, as it's gone on. But basically what it's saying is that, I'm not sure if you played Xenoblade as well, what it's saying is that, it's basically just saying that you can discover more items and chests and everything, and interact with the environment in different ways. But it's also saying that here, I'll switch to Loxia so you can see, because Loxia has the upper hand against these enemies. But it's also saying that, sorry, I can't, it's kind of hard to do when you're in battle itself. But what it's also saying is that, You're supposed to add all for this. I literally just forgot my train of thought. Here, I'll show you the attacks. So if you see right here, this is not the normal attack. If you hold R, or I guess ZR in this situation, and then do your normal attack, then you can actually do the special one. And if you see when I do so, it lowers that blue gauge right there. So you got to keep that in mind when you're fighting. But yeah, and so you get to level up. I'll figure out what I was saying later on. It wasn't anything too important if I forgot about it so early. Oh, I probably should have done the attack. Oh, sorry. What I was saying was about overkill bonuses. So if you ever played Xenoblade, or games like that, basically what it's saying that if you finish off with a special attack, or something like that, it'll give you a little bonus of experience, or maybe skill points or whatever. I don't know the exact thing that it does, but basically if you overkill an enemy, it'll give you more of a bonus, is what it's saying. That was like the main gist of it. Ah! Who on earth is this? A decayed corpse rests against a boulder. Based on his tattered attire, Adol suspects that it must be the remains of a pirate. Whoever this person was, they may have died many years ago. Or he just hasn't looked the best, you know? He's trying his best with that shirt. But why were they here to begin with? Well, let's find out why they were here to begin with. Or he's going to give us revive medicine. So, another thing to mention right there, like normal ones, if you just use a heal potions don't always heal you. What they do though is that I think it was like 60% health. There might be ways to enhance that later, hint hint wink wink. But the revive potion will do it if an actual person is actually dead. So like if somebody actually faints in battle, that will actually revive him.
Did you see that? I'm certain that was a person. Come, we must catch up to him.
He doesn't look friendly. Nocturnal Lord by Fritzziza.
This beast! You intend to bar our path, then I won't hold back.
Now look who's acting brave. You got it, girl. So the extra skill is another different gauge, which is why I said it's important to keep track of the blue gauge and to keep track of the, and now what happens is your actual skill where your palettes are, you need to keep track of that too. So if you hit L, if you hold R and press L, you can unleash a tremendously powerful attack. I actually learned it as pressing L and R at the same time, but that's when the gauge is full. So as of right now, give me a second. So again, keeping track of everything that we learned so far, which that's not a ton if I got hit by that. Is basically you have your, so again it's trying to pace it well. You have your normal attack, you have your skills attacks right here, which will lower your actual blue area. You have your flash moves and your flash guards, which can let you do a lot of damage as well. But what you can also do is if you hit L and R right there, you can do your extra attack is what they call it. And if you saw that the gold area on the bottom right corner filled your bar completely, now it lowered it all the way. So it does do a lot of damage right here. You didn't see it do a lot of damage because this is a lower enemy, but it does do a lot of damage, especially to like the harder bosses. You see what I mean, boy? It's very important to chain flash attacks and flash moves to actually, if you're able to chain them, you're able to do a lot more damage, and you're able to basically be invulnerable when you can attack the actual enemies. But they get a couple attacks on you, and you're basically screwed. You're gonna have to retreat, heal, do whatever you need to. So it's basically better if you want to play as an offensive person to basically counter their attack and then usually go in. And again, it is very basic right now, but trust me, it does get very much more in depth as the game goes on, which is really cool. And one of the things I like a lot about this game.
It's just...
Pardon?
I'm hardly the type to get discouraged.
Oh, Adol. Is that you, lad? I'm surprised to see you alive and well. I've been searching the area for people, but I did not expect to find you.
You're...
Oh, Adol. Who might this be?
Adol introduced himself to Laxia and Captain Barbaros and then explained what has happened thus far. Afterward, Captain Barbaros explained how the Lombardia sank. That's all I know about the sinking of the Lombardia. So everything Mr. Kristen said was true. Yeah, I told you that! Maybe you should listen next time. My actions have placed my passengers in harm's way. I'm to blame for all of this. You couldn't have known this would happen, so please don't blame yourself. I understand that you execute your duties as captain with utmost sincerity. You have my deepest apologies. Still, it's difficult for me to accept everything about your explanation. Did you at least have any idea where we are now? From the looks of things, we seem to be washed ashore on an island. What's the only island we've passed, lady? What was the island that I said we were on? Well, maybe I didn't say we were on it, but Adol has said it. Judging from our position where the ship sank, and judging from the correction of the current at the time, we must be on a deserted island. The island is here to be precise. What did I just say, Laxia? Get your head out of your ass. A deserted island? And did you mention this Isle of Saren to me earlier? I wonder, did I? I knew it. No one sets a foot this cursed island. I never thought I'd end up here. Just casually, we saw a corpse in the cave, dude. Certainly looked like a pirate's corpse. But that person may have washed ashore this island, same as us. He's in the middle of a cave, though! How far washed ashore would you have to be? This is the face of all castaways to find themselves here. No, I'm sorry to cause you worry. As long as I'm alive, I will continue my duties. I will continue to uphold my duties as a captain. Like Laxia, there are many other passengers on this island. In any event, we need to understand our situation without a moment's delay. Every survivor will get to work hard to ensure that we get off this island alive. Yes, I certainly hope so. Now then, there's no use standing around here. Let's be off. And I think right here we'll just about do it for the second episode. Well, right after we finish this, Adol and the others retraced their steps and made their way to the inlet. So, what do you tend to do now? Yes, about that. Since you're an adventurer, Adol, I was hoping I could enlist your help. Adventurer? Why would he call you that? Because he is one. First of all, I'd like you to find the other surviving passengers, like Laxia. It's more than likely other passengers have drifted ashore onto this island. Some of you even women and children. We must act fast. Let's get started right away. Indeed, I'm counting on you. There's something else I need you to do while you search for the other survivors. I need you to draft a detailed map of the Isle of Saren. Alright, I'm an experienced cartographer too. I can do everything, dude. I can just do everything. How fortuitous. I think that was fortuitous. No ships sail through this area, which means rescue may never come for us, so it falls on us for a plan of escape, as well as to likely be on this island for the foreseeable future. For that reason, we must learn all we can about this island for everyone's benefit. I understand. With the map of the island, it will be easier for you to search for survivors. Do you think you can help me with this at all? Aye, aye, Captain. I have cooler pirate gear than you. That's encouraging to hear. I need to continue exploring the coast, but I am considering building our base here. We need a base camp if we're going to be stuck on this island for a while. Captain Barbaros, what about me? Safe for you to remain here, Alexia. In times as desperate as this, are you suggesting that I sit idle and do nothing? I appreciate your concern, but it will be me dishonor to House Roswell if I remained here. I will accompany this adventurer. She's mean. Besides, a servant of mine accompanied me on this voyage, and is still missing. I cannot allow someone to search for him on my behalf when I'm capable of doing so myself. I understand. Very well, I will respect your wishes. Still, we do not know what dangers await us on this island. Do be careful. Thank you. We will be off now. Bit aggressive, don't you think?
Tell me, Mr. Kristen, who exactly are you?
I'm the hero of Hyrule,
You
Link!
certainly know how to wield a sword. That much I will concede.
Wait till I wield a bow.
But I've never met anyone so audacious, so frivolous, that he would introduce himself as an adventurer. You might as well call yourself a tourist or a sightseer.
Yeah, right.
I will not tolerate anyone who speaks of adventure, as though it were some sort of life-affirming calling.
Well, she just hasn't found her calling.
Listen carefully, Mr. Kristen. I will accompany you, but only so that I may keep a close watch on you.
Why are you trying to keep a close watch on me?
Remind me of a certain individual whom I utterly despise.
Well, that's just rude.
I will not answer your questions.
Even ruder.
And on top of everything else, you've also seen me... Now then...
Yes, but whose fault was that? It wasn't Adol's fault. It wasn't his fault. But either way, that'll be it for the episode 2. Hopefully you guys are enjoying so far. If you are, please, again, use that comment section and tell me what you think. Again, let me know what you want to see from the series. And again, if you, just let me know how you like it. But as of right now, so far, what we've done is the Lombardia sank. We have 3 people that we found. We found Captain Barbaros, we have Adol, and we also have Laxia over here.
Let's go!
But yeah, next episode, we'll see if we can find anybody else surviving on the island. See you guys later.